A wedding, where personalities come together to create something timeless. Yet the whirlwind of planning can feel so overwhelming that couples often miss the chance to savor it. Through the eyes of couples from every corner of the globe, step back into their wedding day and relive the memories that made it unforgettable.
My name is Allie Herman.
And my name is Kirk Herman.
We've been together for 8 years and got married in 2022.
This is our real wedding.
We actually met online, and I reached out to Kirk, and I texted him that he had a very lovely smile. He didn't respond for 3 weeks, so.
Okay.
But it turns out that he just wasn't looking at his phone. He did respond, and we hit it off pretty much right off the bat. And we made plans to do our first date.
Went to a restaurant, just walked around. It was the summer, it was really nice out, and just kind of got to know each other. Yeah, it was really fun.
I think he pretended not to see me.
Oh yeah, I got there just before Allie, and I kind of saw her coming, but it was kind of an awkward distance away. So I was like trying to play it cool and pretend like I didn't see her so that it wouldn't be weird and just like watching her walk up.
Yeah.
So I kind of like sat there and went like, oh, hi, yeah.
Oh, hi.
I didn't see you there.
And you welcomed me with a warm smile and your handsome eyes, and we just instantly kicked it off.
Yeah, I was kind of taken aback. She's very beautiful, and she was just very bubbly and mature, but also able to kind of joke with me and kind of match my level of kind of like friendliness. So we were chatting right away and didn't stop the entire date.
It was very romantic and like very, I don't know how to describe it, but it was just, I remember looking off into the distance. I was thinking about it and I was like, I think I absolutely love this man and I want to spend the rest of my life with him.
We'd probably been together like 4 or 5 years, and I kind of knew like I was gonna be with you the rest of my life, and I knew that like when I asked, you would be ready. And then it was just about like getting myself ready for it. I'm not very good at keeping secrets, so it was kind of difficult for me to kind of plan it all by myself, because usually like anything I'd be doing with you, and I find it really hard to keep a secret from you. So that summer, I think we had gone on a camping trip with some of our friends. It was exciting, like making the decision and like knowing I was gonna do it, but it was also very, I don't know, nerve-wracking at the same time, just wanting it to be special and getting it the right thing. For me, it was, you know, months of kind of leading up to this, and then the day of, a lot of anticipation, and just kind of like that release of like the nerves and then just the happiness, and then realizing it happened and seeing the look on Allie's face. And it was just a really great moment. Yeah, and I haven't looked at this photo in a while, so it's quite, yeah, it brings back a lot of good memories.
This photo really does make my heart just absolutely melt. I remember when it happened because you called me Allison, and you never call me Allison. I'm always Allie. And as soon as you said Allison, I just whipped myself around and I was like, what? And then you were on your knee and I just like, ugh. It made me so happy. Like, I think I just like sobbed.
Maybe a little bit.
A little bit. You were like, are you okay? It was a very emotional moment, and it was you, and that you wanted to spend the rest of your life with me just meant everything to me. Are you gonna cry? Because I'm gonna cry. So the planning process pretty much kicked off immediately. So I just kind of sat down and did a lot of research, and we went over all the options that we had, and we just kind of went full steam ahead. And I don't know, planning was really fun for me, and I think it was exciting for you.
Welcome to my dollar store in Michael Hall.
I found a bunch of these
Eucalyptus picks, I guess. Oh, excuse me. These ones are also nice. Not sure what I'll do with it yet.
Yeah, so we got engaged in the fall, and we were like, we're not gonna wait like a year and a half. We're definitely gonna get married this summer. A lot of things were being booked up, and we're like, oh, we're not, like, if we need to get something for next summer, we need to book now. So I think the big decisions came together very quickly, like venue and catering and a lot of that stuff we had to, so it was good in a way because it forced us to be proactive and make a lot of decisions very quickly. And then we didn't have that like anxiety that, you know, like, oh, what are we gonna do? But then we had some time to plan like the finer details, which was the really like the fun part. Where we're gonna seat everybody, how we're gonna decorate, you know, kind of like more of the small details. And that took like the whole rest of the time, like right up until the wedding. But it was good. It was something to focus on, and so that was really cool. And yeah, a lot of it was just DIY stuff. One, because you really are good at it and you like doing it. You have a knack for it, decor and decorating and things like that. And two, because it was just like a fun thing for us to do together, and we involved friends and family in it. So it was a good way to kind of involve, you know, the bridal party, our parents, stuff like that in the planning process.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think we did a great job.
And I really wanted to pull elements of like where you grew up and like my style and your style. And I think it all really came together quite nicely. And we picked a venue that had a huge barn and a huge field, and that spoke to you. Like, you grew up on a farm, you grew up in that area, and we were incorporating modern items into it, but also like it was rustic, but it was modern and it was elegant. And I think all the effort that went into doing most of the things ourselves made it that much more meaningful. I love the elegance of the wedding dress with a mask. I think that really pulls the look together. So this is when we went wedding dress shopping. I took my sister, my maid of honor, and my mom and Kirk's mom. We went to Chester and Felicity, and I had a whole bunch of dresses picked out. My maid of honor actually did something really cool where she videotaped each dress as they were opening up the curtain and showing each one and kind of deciding from there. So this was actually the last dress that I tried on, and I just loved how different it was. It was an A-line style, but it wasn't too puffy, and it had a little bit of sparkle, but it wasn't too much. But then you have like the earthy elements to it as well. And I just love the silhouette and just the straps. And just as soon as I put that dress on, it just kind of felt like me. It was just so surreal trying on a bunch of different wedding dresses. Because it's something that you like picture yourself doing, but until it actually happens, it doesn't feel real.
Yeah, I've just been staring at this the whole time you've been talking. Because obviously I wasn't there when you were trying these on. I got to see you the day of. And I mean, you look fantastic in this.
Oh,
it was a really great choice.
That was exciting. Never rang a bell before.
Allison, looking at you now, I am reminded of the day we met almost 6 years ago. Your smile, the light in your eyes, the warmth in your embrace. I love you because of the empathy you show each and every person you meet. Your endearing warmth and easygoing attitude naturally draws people to you, and your sense of humor, your patience, and your fierce friendship keep them close to you. I just happen to be the one lucky person who gets to share that with you for the rest of my life.
I promise to be honest about my thoughts and feelings and never keep anything from you unless it's a surprise. You're my everything, and I promise to be yours until my very last breath. I love you.
Oh, I just like, it's weird to see myself in this kind of view. And I don't know, I just like, everyone was making sure that I had everything that I needed, and it felt so surreal putting my dress on for the first time, like all done up. Mom was so happy.
Glad I went with the bow tie.
It really it was different, and I like that a lot.
I'm glad I went with the blue suit too.
Yes. Really brought out your eyes.
What a crew to get ready with. I had, what did I have, 5 or 6 groomsmen?
You had 6.
6, yeah. It was really tough. I'm very fortunate to have a lot of great friends. A really good group of guys that hadn't all been in the same room in a really long time, because everybody's kind of different parts of Canada. So it was really special to have everybody together. Actually, we all went for a swim in the river before we got ready, which it just felt like we were all just hanging out. It really took a lot of the nerves and anticipation kind of out of it, which was good.
Oh, I have never seen my dad cry, and this was the first time.
I've only seen my dad cry once.
He didn't know what to do with himself. I was crying. It was a very, you can see how red his face gets, but it was a very meaningful moment, and I love that so much. And then the moment of truth.
Yeah.
Were you nervous right there?
I don't think I was nervous. Yeah, I think I was just excited. It's just all happening so fast at this point. There's just so much going on.
You look so good.
That's when it really started to sink in. It's like you're getting ready and you're not, and then I saw you in the dress and like you look amazing, and it just was like, okay, yeah, this is happening.
We're doing it.
This is gonna happen very shortly.
I love you.
I love you too.
Start sobbing here in a second, but just looking back at this it was such an amazing day.
Yeah.
This was fun because I revealed to all the guys, and I love the reactions.
Yeah.
I do like the round of applause. That's good.
Yeah.
Beautiful dress.
You really have a great group of friends.
Yeah, we both do.
And that gave me like the biggest hug. It just makes my heart so happy just to see how many people are there and that love us and care about us. It was really cool to see like all of the finishing touches put together at the end. And the flowers in the aisle are all from Mom's garden.
Mark's so awkward. He's funny. John, I think, is very camera shy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Seeing your mom all dressed up was really nice.
Been so supportive of me my whole life, and she was just like very proud of us and happy for us.
Yeah, this is definitely her proudest moment, and
Yeah.
she was so happy for you. She shed a lot of tears that day.
Happy tears.
Your dad's so cute. Oh my God.
You walked out to kiss me, right?
Mm-hmm. Like a cover of that song.
Yeah. It was just like so quiet.
Yeah. Like it felt like obviously I was walking with my dad, but it felt like it was just like you and me.
Mm. It was quite something seeing you come out. Like obviously I'd already seen you, but now it's like everybody's there in anticipation, and the kind of like the kind of air kind of came out, and everybody's like, oh.
All the bridesmaids crying.
Yeah, I'm looking at the bridesmaids, Becky.
Yeah, there's a lot of tears shed, I think, by everyone. That was some of the feedback that we got after the wedding, was that there was no dry eyes in the house. my family there. And it was just walking down the aisle there, all I was looking at really was you. And like, I wanted to look at all the other people, but my focus was you. And being able to look at the footage and seeing who's all there and everyone watching us is just so cool.
By the authority vested in me, I pronounce you, Kirk, Patrick, Herman, and Alison Barbara Roach, to be husband and wife. You may... You may seal this pronouncement with a kiss.
It was just the release of everything. You're like, oh, that's
great.
done.
I remember that a lot.
All of our
Made all
handmade
those.
cookies.
Made all those. Such a good venue.
It all just came together so beautifully.
This is our photo wall. So all along the one side, we just had like
Just
so
photos
many
of friends.
photos of all of our family and friends that we knew.
It was really cool to see like all of our different friends interacting with each other and
Yeah.
your mom gave a hilarious speech.
Yes, my mom and dad, obviously. And
this is the part where
yeah. Do you think Dad knew that she did that before that very moment?
I think so.
Okay.
He would have had to seen the glass at home.
Right. It wouldn't surprise me though if like he had no idea. His mom just did that.
Also, yeah. She's really funny too.
Yeah, Mom's hilarious.
She's like, whoa. Raise your glass. She did a great speech. Like, she did a great job doing it.
Yeah.
The food
The food was great. Like, aren't we supposed to like feed each other through like the other person's arm?
Oh,
you
yeah.
can see me like trying to figure out how to
You're
do it.
like,
Like, can't figure out how to do it. I just give up.
You're like, don't we have to?
Yeah, I'm like, don't I feed you and you feed?
No, then we did it. We did it right, I think.
No,
No.
we didn't.
You're so cute.
Yeah, I just couldn't figure it out.
And then our first dance.
Oh,
Aww.
That was special.
Yeah. I remember your mom thought that we like rehearsed or like went and did dancing lessons for
No,
this.
we
We're like,
literally just
no.
practiced it in our living
We
room.
practiced it 3 times in the living room.
Yep, we were like obviously very busy the week before.
Yeah.
And just like, oh yeah, the dancing. Like we should probably try and get this down. Yeah, we had a little barn party, which was very fitting for us and our friends. And it was really good. We danced all night. We ended up paying the DJ to stay an extra hour.
I need to chill. Just breathtaking, you know?
Mm.
Whoop.
Yeah, we were just having fun here with the videographer and kind of trying to do some different poses to capture like golden hour, and the sunset was like so gorgeous. And yeah, what you don't see here is like the 40 or 50 people watching us do this.
Yeah,
and
and hoot and
kind of all
holler.
having a couple of drinks and like, yeah. But yeah, this is really special. Like,
It really was like the best day
Yeah.
of my life.
Me too.
Thinking back and viewing our wedding video again, it really, for me, like I wouldn't change anything.
Neither would I.
I think that everything that happened that day happened for a reason. Everything went, I don't think it honestly could have gone any better. I'm sure there were some hiccups here and there, but it wasn't enough to derail what we experienced that day.
I remember the good parts, and I remember everything that went well. It was just really great to have our families and friends there, and I wouldn't really change anything.
It was perfect in my eyes, and I think a lot of people really enjoyed being there as well. I also just think back and I'm just grateful that we got to experience that, and we had the support from our family and our friends. The day couldn't have happened without them, and I'm just grateful that you're my partner and we get to do everything together. I think my favorite parts looking back are just how everything came together in terms of the vision and the decorations. But I also loved looking back at the first looks as well, seeing the raw emotion on your face, on my dad's face, how the girls reacted, all of that stuff. That made me kind of choke up a little bit, and just hearing your voice saying your vows to me, I don't care if I hear them 1,000 times, they still mean so much to me.
For me, I think looking back, some of my favorite parts were going back and seeing all of our friends there. We're very blessed in that we see our families quite a bit. But there are some friends there that traveled, whether it was a short distance or a far distance, to come out, and I don't often get to see them all together like that.
Yeah.
And just gives me a better appreciation for the friendships that we have and how lucky and fortunate we are to kind of have those people in our lives.
I think looking at all like the little intricate things as well, like they're taking videos of you as you're talking to someone, and it's kind of interesting to view it through that lens. The best part, besides obviously becoming husband and wife, was the party at the end. We danced the entire night. We didn't stop until the music stopped. It was the strawberries on Nancy's cake, I should say. Yeah, it was just, the goal was to make sure that everyone had a good time, and I think we accomplished that.
It's been a couple of years now, crazy enough. And yeah, like things have changed in our lives, but mostly they stay the same. We were fortunate enough to buy a home last year.
Yep.
Looking forward to the future. You're not really sure what it has in store for us, but we're happy. We're doing really well.
Looking back to our wedding, I'm extremely grateful that we have something to actually look back on. Like, we have photos, we have like our guest book and all sorts of other memories, but having like a video to look back on is important for me, but I think for both of us. And the small intricate details that we may have missed during that day is really cool to look back on. And it's just very, like you said, it reinvigorates the feelings that you were having that day. And I think it's really important that that's something that we can cherish for years to come.
Yeah, that day comes at you very quickly, and you're just so worried about, like, I gotta get here, I gotta get this done, we're gonna get the ceremony, and it's like so much happening that there's so much going on in the background that you're not really aware of. And so the video really captures all these like small moments in the background, like whether it was like almost like bloopers or just like little
this person
funny,
talking to this person.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I didn't know that happened. So it's really cool to catch those because you don't get to experience all that the day of. You have a lot going on. So it's great to kind of go back and kind of find these new pieces that you're like, oh, I didn't realize that happened.
Having disposable cameras was a really fun part of our wedding, and I highly recommend people who get married do that, because people are just taking pictures. They're taking the cameras, you don't know where they are. They're taking pictures of some people, and you don't know what's on it until you get it developed. One thing that we did for our guest book is we had a custom book made, and we had it with blank pages where our guests can go in, put in some pictures, leave some messages, and it allows us to go back and look at all those fun memories. This sits on our fireplace on display, and we can look at it whenever we want.
Yeah, it was great. There's candid moments from folks with like some personalized messages. And the one thing is, you get a lot of photos taken at your wedding, but it takes a long time for them to get edited and sent to you. So you often don't get to see a lot of the, like what, you know, those memories like for a while. But this was like the day after. We could go through this at the kind of, as we were cleaning up. And it was like just a really cool way of immediately kind of reminiscing on it, because you're just like, the wedding's over and you're immediately like, oh my God, that was amazing. I want to relive it. So this is a good way of doing that.